Welcome back to The Next Revolution, part 3 of my exclusive conversation with the President, focused on domestic policy, infrastructure, healthcare, tax reform, and more. Take a look. The other day, great excitement. You've got Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, we're going to get together, do a big infrastructure plan. But very soon after that, you had Mick Mulvaney, your chief of staff, saying, it's not going to happen. Do you still want that big infrastructure plan?
If Mick Mulvaney said that, then he has no right to say that. He tells me he didn't say that and he didn't mean it. He said it's going to be hard to finance. You know, we put $7 trillion into the Middle East. So
you still want that big infrastructure?
I do, but I also think we're being played by the Democrats a little bit. You know, I think what they want me to do is say, well, what we'll do is raise taxes, or we'll do this or this or this. And then they'll have a news conference. See, Trump wants to raise taxes. So it's a little bit of a game. But I do believe they're doing that. Yeah, I'd like to have infrastructure, but I'd like to have it in the right terms. I'd like to have it, but I do want to have it. We have to fix our roads. We have to fix our bridges. I do like it, and it creates a lot of jobs.
Another example, tax reform, tax cuts. We all agree it's been an amazing boost to the economy and so on. There was one thing missing from it that you talked about that people noticed in 2016. Carried interest. Yeah. You described that as getting away with murder.
Yeah, I hated it.
Why wasn't it in the tax bill?
But I traded that for 2 points. In other words, I could have had carried interest out, but you would have paid 23 or 24 instead of 21, and I wanted the 21%. I used that as a negotiating chip, and frankly, it was a very good deal.
So is carried interest something you'd still like to do?
I would like to do it. I will do it, but every time I want to do it, they offer me things that are much more valuable than carried interest. It's not that much money.
Right.
I got a much better deal for it. But the answer is I'd like to do it. But every time I want to do it...
I just think it's one of those examples where you really confirm that idea that you're not the same old Republican.
You're right. But, you know, I got much more money for it in the form of reductions.
I get it.
I would have done it, but I actually traded it for a better deal.
Another example, healthcare. You've got these senators working on a healthcare plan, Barroso, Rick Scott, and so on. In 2016, you said, we're going to take care of everyone. People heard that to mean you're for universal coverage.
Oh, no.
Is that what you mean by that?
No. We have 180 million people right now with great private insurance. We have some great, I mean, you can't take it away. These people want to take it away. You have tremendous private coverage where they're very happy. What I want to do is work at Obamacare is a disaster. I got rid of the individual mandate, which was the worst part of Obamacare. Frankly, except for the one gentleman who decided after campaigning for 8 years to repeal and replace, at 2 o'clock in the morning, he walked out on the floor and he went thumbs down. Yeah. We would have had health care repealed and replaced. But I'm doing it a different way. We got rid of the individual mandate as part of the tax cuts. That's the most important, very important thing. We are now coming up with a much better plan than Obamacare. If we take the House back, keep the Senate, keep the presidency, they will have phenomenal health care at a fraction of the cost.
And you're going to have a plan on that before the election?
We're going to put out a plan pretty soon, actually.
All right. Another one, drain the swamp. We talk about it all the time on our show. Do you think you've done that?
I think I have, and I think one of the things that's been incredible is this witch hunt that's gone on. And I think it's going on right now, the draining of the swamp, because you look at people, they're running scared. These were bad people. We had tremendously bad people. The witch hunt was a hoax. It was, and, you know, I appreciate what you've said about it. I never made a call to Russia during the Russia. If I went to Wisconsin or I went to Michigan, which I won, and both of them, I didn't call Russia for help, and everyone knew it. It was a con job, the whole thing. And it was started by some very bad people.
Can I just ask you something on
Russia? And that's part of draining the swamp.
I'm just really intrigued by, which is that you get hit the whole time for, you know, you're being Putin's puppet and all the rest of it, okay? It's been reported this year that you personally authorized a cyber attack on Russia around the time of the midterms last year in order to stop them meddling in the midterm elections. Now, that's strong action. Is that true?
Well, I'd rather not say that, but you can believe that the whole thing happened, and it happened during my administration.
But why don't you talk about that?
Because they don't like me to talk. Intelligence says, please don't talk intelligence. You know, sometimes intelligence is good, and sometimes you look at Comey, and you look at Brennan, and you look at Clapper, and I'm supposed to believe that intelligence. I never believe that intelligence.
But, you know, do you see what I'm saying, though? When people say, oh, he's just Putin's
You're
puppet,
right, but
in terms of what you've done...
Nobody's been tougher to Russia than me. Take a look at the pipeline, what I've done. Take a look at energy. Russia makes their money. They live off energy. What I've done with energy in this country, we're now the #1 in the world. That wouldn't have happened if Hillary got in or somebody else got in, probably even if another Republican got in. What we're doing, the plant that we approved yesterday, we got them approvals so fast. They've been trying for years to get it built, and we got approvals very quickly for the big LNG, $10 billion, the big LNG plant. What we've done in terms of energy, what we've done in terms of the military, what we've done in terms of Ukraine with, Obama used to give them pillows and blankets, and we gave them things that they can fight with. And I think Putin would be the first to say that he would have been much better off with Hillary Clinton as president than he is with Trump. We've been and by the way, by the unfake news media, because there's so much fake, it is disgraceful what's gone on with the media. But they admit that Trump has probably been the toughest president ever with respect to Russia.